I'm Richard Hurd, the Managing Director of Birmingham International Airport, and a very warm welcome to our exhibition. I'd be delighted if you could spare us a few moments to have a look at our development plans for the future expansion of Birmingham International Airport. Once you've had a look at our ideas, we'd also be very interested in your views. We're seeking views from as many people as possible, and the public consultation period ends at the 31st of March 2006. If you live near the airport, we understand that you'd rightly be very interested in how our operations and how our development plans could impact on the neighbourhood where you live. Members of the airport team can be available to discuss these issues with you.
The government has decided that Birmingham must be the site for airport expansion in the Midlands and has challenged the airport company to provide a long-term plan for the next 25 years. As with any development, the airport simply cannot go ahead and build a new runway, even though the government believes that Birmingham is the right place for it. Before any runway could be built, there will have to be a formal planning application, which will involve local authorities, other organisations and local residents. The application would have to demonstrate that the development fits the local planning framework and that any environmental requirements will be met. Before any planning application is submitted, we want to show how we believe the government's requirements can best be met. We have published Towards 2030, a draft master plan for the airport. In essence, the master plan sets out how the airport plans to develop, what benefits the airport expansion will bring, as well as how it will affect those around the airport, and what can be done to reduce the impact on the local community. The airport wants to be open about its plans, and that is why we are now in a period of public consultation. The consultation lasts until the 31st of March 2006. 7 million people live within an hour's drive of Birmingham Airport. We call it the airport's catchment area. The problem is that less than half of those people that fly use Birmingham. They drive to other airports and add many millions of car journeys to our motorways, with consequent effects on the congestion and the environment. We want to get more people from the region to use their regional airport. There are a number of reasons. However, one of the main ones is around the capability of the existing runway. It's not long enough to accommodate a fully laden aircraft capable of reaching the west coast of the USA, or indeed the emerging economies of China and the Far East. It's generally accepted that the international airports bring prosperity and investment to the regions that they serve. Here's what some of the regional business leaders have to say about the airport.
I'm Chris Clifford, I'm Regional Director of the CBI in the West Midlands. I believe the benefits of the expansion of Birmingham Airport are substantial to the business community and the wider economy. Wherever you look, in terms of successful, vibrant regional airports, you will see that they act as a magnet for investment and a catalyst for growth. They create jobs, they create wealth, and they add to the regional economy and its wealth creation. So, in terms of the benefits that this will bring to the region, they are substantial, and it's something that the business community and our members in particular have supported.
Development of the airport is critical to the region's economy. Not only will it allow us to attract new visitors to a market that's already worth something like £1 billion to the local economy, but more importantly perhaps, it'll develop routes into new markets, India, China and further afield. These are absolutely critical if Birmingham and the West Midlands is going to be a success.
Some additional thoughts. First of all, this airport expansion will not happen successfully if the rest of the region doesn't get behind it. And by that I mean in particular the folks that are in charge of our motorways, the folks that are in charge of our railways. We now have a fantastic opportunity to unite behind the expansion of the airport and give it every single opportunity to set itself up for success. And that now is a very big opportunity staring us in the face. And I think the other point that I would make is that the business community across the region have got 5 transport priorities, only 5, and at the top of that list is the expansion of Birmingham International Airport. That's how important the airport is to us.
Birmingham International Airport has an enviable reputation of working with local people, and we always seek to be good neighbours. We contribute to the local community and we recognise that living next to an airport would not be everyone's choice. Nevertheless, hundreds of people choose to move near the airport every year. There would also be legally binding statutory schemes laid down by the government to make the airport company compensate people for loss or inconvenience. However, Birmingham International Airport has volunteered to produce compensation schemes for those people that are most likely to be affected by the proposed development. In essence, these seek to underpin the values of homes. They are a little complex, so please ask for more information if you need it. Any consultation between the airport company and individuals will not alter the law of the land and would not prevent the submission of claims under the Land Compensation Act. When the government proposed that Birmingham should be the preferred site for a new runway in the Midlands, it produced a map which highlighted the areas most likely to be affected. We have refined that map, and as a result of our plans, are likely to affect far fewer people than originally thought. We can check whether your property is likely to be affected based on noise contours. Please contact us for more details. We already provide sound insulation for schools and for over 7,000 homes. If a new runway were to be built, then we would extend and improve the schemes for everyone affected. We believe in putting something back into our local environment. We fund a variety of community initiatives and work closely with local people to bring about improvements. Here's what one of our local partners has to say about us.
Shirestone Primary School is part of the Sharding Kids Green Education Action Zone, and here you'll see that the school is under the flight path. As part of the partnership with Birmingham Airport, they have actually helped the school to get double glazing and have part funded that in order to just cut down some of the noise.
The airport company will not be allowed to expand unless it meets very strict targets for sustainability. We are working with partners on new technology to further reduce noise and emissions. Emissions have to be within clearly defined EU targets. There must be a large public transport element to people visiting the site. Every square metre of greenbelt land taken would be replaced with 2 square metres elsewhere.
But there's plenty of good news too. The airport is a major employer, and these development plans envisage the creation of another 16,000 jobs at the airport. And that's local jobs for local people. Many of you will already be aware of our plans for a second runway at the airport, and we do believe that will be necessary from about 2020. However, much of our plans are about a continuation of the phased, steady development programme along the same lines that we've already carried out since 1984 when we moved across to the current site. One of our short-term priorities is to extend the existing runway, and that will enable the existing aircraft to travel further distances and service long-haul markets. We hope to have that on the ground by 2012. We very much recognise that all our development plans have to be sustainable. Sustainable for the environment, sustainable for local communities. And that's why we're seeking your views. Please let us hear from you through the address that will be shown on the screen and also through our website. Thank you very much for your time, and we very much look forward to hearing your views.